Hello, and welcome back to my channel. This is Reality with Diva D. How you doing? And this is going to be my episode recap of Belle Collective Season 5, Episode 3, Too Legit. Too legit to quit. Hey. Too legit. Too legit to quit. Hey. Too legit. I think we're talking about Glenn. But anyway, the episode opens up and we have Leticia, and she is still crying over the bills. Now, I don't want to be biased, and I've heard a lot of people saying that Leticia is crying because she's about to lose her job. I don't think Leticia is doing as bad as people think she is. A lot of people, like in the group that I'm in, shout out to the group. I forget the name of the group. It's something about the Belle Collective Coin or something. I have no idea, but I shout my group out because they allow me to post my videos, and all they asked for was a shout out. So go over there and look for the Belle Collective logo and the Belle Collective group. It's called Belle Collective something, and I cannot think of the other part of it, but it pops up on my news feed because I'm a member. But check them out. We all over there counting coins, okay? And I'm not sure why we count these people's coins. I think because of the way the show was sold to us, that we were supposed to be looking at successful black women. And a lot of people don't believe me. But the rundown on the money is money, okay? Except for that add-on. The add-on that y'all love so much is the person that you need to worry about whose pockets might be thin, okay? Probably fatter than mine, but then all at the same time. People are saying that Latrice has more money than Marie. I don't know about that in that group. Like I said, I think we argue about their pockets because of the way the show sold to us. Because if we were sold to successful black women in Jackson. Now, yes, the cost of living in Mississippi is not that much. Okay? My understanding about Selena is she inherited that home. I inherited my parents' home. So I can't really diss her too much about that. But it's giving real regular on her end. People are saying that Gucci house and JJ's house don't get rich. But JJ is the number one stuck on man, probably in the East Mississippi, Central Mississippi area. And then plus the cost of living not being that much. So you can kind of guess about how well he's doing. Okay? I'm just saying. His pockets ain't funny, okay? At all. And so we're going by the show, and which this is Carlos' fault. He's the one who came to us on the Toguchi. I'm going on, to dispel some myth because, I'm from Mississippi. He came up with the idea to show this family drama. I'm sure that Gucci did want to show herself in her real estate and her training business more. Y'all have to get in the mind of Carlos. Well, y'all talk about this lady ain't selling houses, because she's definitely selling homes, okay? Her Instagram is full of successful homes that she sold, and plus, or transactions that she's made, and plus, she's on the cover of a lot of magazines here. I think her real estate business is okay. I don't think she hurting for anything. Plus JJ. Then we're going to talk about Akeisha. Akeisha also is doing very well, I'm sure. I don't think any of them aren't doing well, with the exception of Selena. Now, let's talk about Leticia. Leticia is definitely up on the come up, okay? She's rising. And Glenn ain't no dummy. Because I believe Glenn, he was talking to Carlos King. I believe that a lot of his money is tied up into Letitia. I think that he said that a lot of times she would have these, what he considered, these harebrained schemes to become an entrepreneur. And he invested in her. And now he's just not getting his return on his investment. That's why he worked so hard on the tugboat. Now remember, he was captain on the tugboat. And even though he's only home for 2 weeks on, 2 weeks off, and there's a lot of men in Mississippi work on the tugboat. A lot. And with him being the captain, I'm pretty sure he'd probably bring home at least probably like $14,000, $15,000 a month. Because I've seen my friends' chicks. Some of them bring $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 a month. So he probably didn't get to quite at the edge of millionaire status, but he probably close there. Because he was like, I do invest my money. And we're going to come up on what's going on with him in a minute. But let's get back to the show. I just decided I would dispel some myths, seeing as how I'm from the state and I know how our finances work with the cost of living here being very low. But at the same time, the cost of food is the same. And then we have the high sales tax. So everything, I think we're like number 4 high sales tax. So once you factor in all that, it balances out. Nowhere in America is cheap to live. I'll put it that way. But anyway, so Latrice and Marie are definitely back to their old tricks. They are saying that they just like, it ain't happening, Captain, so stop trying to make fetch happen. And the next thing, we have Marie, and Marie is balling. And we find out, and everybody's been talking about it with the mess, right? Talking about how her lungs are not functioning. And okay, another thing too is that they are business partners, but my understanding is that it was Essie that was originally called to become a Belle. She declined and just said that let's let Marie do it. And I'm thinking that she probably was thinking about her health as well at the time. Shout out to Essie. I hope that everything goes well with her. Peace and blessings to her. If whatever is happening, I haven't heard anything. No news reports in the Clarion Liar, aka Ledger. So no news is good news. I hope that's the case there. And Marie is talking about opening up a clinic in somewhere else in Mississippi besides Jackson, was what people are saying. And yes, that's true. But Meridian is the Queen City. Jackson is the capital. Meridian is the Queen City. So we call that the Queen City because, like I said, most of Mississippi is rural. So Meridian is gonna be probably maybe the 3rd largest, because we have Hattiesburg that's growing now, and then North Mississippi is growing as well in the South Haven area, and all those different locations like that. And of course, the coast has always been popping. They don't even consider themselves Mississippi, but you're Mississippi. If Tater Tot your governor, you Mississippi. But the same thing with North Mississippi. They get to the point where they want to claim Memphis. And then a lot of people think that where I live in East Central Mississippi is the Delta. We don't live in the Delta. This is not the Delta. We in the GT. Don't get it twisted. But anyway, so the clinic, the new methadone clinic, is gonna be in Meridian. I don't think y'all know that Meridian is a good location for a methadone clinic, and methadone clinics are very, very, very profitable. In case you didn't know. Then we have a scene with Selena and the girl, and um, they are top discussing Star Sky. I I hadn't quite been able to tell the twins apart yet. Maybe because I don't see them in the same way that I saw Tia and Tamara. I'm usually able to tell TV twins apart pretty good, but I just don't see them in the same way. I think it's Star who's pregnant. But anyway, Star misses her daddy. If the one that's pregnant, I'm gonna say it's Star. Um, but she has to put on a united front with the other two. That Sanjay and that other one that's not pregnant, the other two are not pregnant. They are the ones who keeping up the mess, in my opinion. And remember, everything is alleged in my opinion. Click the like button. Subscribe to my channel. Cash out. Send me a nice little super chat. All those things will help grow my channel. But anyway, back to the show. And so so the mama is like, well, did you invite them? She's like, well, I invited them, but I don't know if they'll come. See, my thing with the other two is if they were pregnant, I don't think they would even invite Soguchi and JJ. I really don't. Now, everybody is saying that Soguchi is putting it in JJ's head to separate from the girls. I don't think so. I don't think that's the case at all. But like I've said over and over again, 1,000,001 time, that is JJ's choice. He's a grown ass man, god darn it. If he wants to kick it with his kids, he'll kick it with his kids. No adult woman can make you do anything that you don't want to do. And he is looking at it, and in my opinion, the way he was talking, that's on the upcoming episode, the way he was speaking is, I think JJ is more hurt. And I don't think it's fair that people are blaming Soguchi for him not kicking it with the girls. Like I said, they are grown. They can meet at neutral locations. Sanjay selling more houses than Gucci, according to her mama. So, meet at one of those houses that she's selling. They don't have to be around Soguchi at all. But I do feel like Soguchi is also hurting behind it because whether you like or not, I do believe that she helped JJ raise those girls. It wouldn't have been I don't think there would have been a strained relationship as strained as it was between, I don't think the relationship between Dee and her would have been as strained as it was if she was trying to keep them apart. So, Marie meets with cousin Ned. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time on this because it's foolishness. I said what I have to say about family members that try to leech off the rich one. I put in the work. I made it happen. I'm the one who got my PhD and busted my ass to open up these clinics. Did you invest $1 or $1 into the clinics? And then the thing about it is, if I'm paying you to work for me, that's still me doing something for you, especially once I plucked your ass off a stripper pole. I said what I said. She don't owe you nothing. Nothing. And I say that same thing with parents who have rich children. Yes, it's a nice thing to give, and you're being kind when you end up with money and you give out of the kindness of your heart. But as far as obligation, hell no. And then she invited her, said she don't want to work at the methadone clinics anymore. Then she invited her to the event in Meridian, and you'll see how appreciative she is of her cousinship or family membership. Child, bye. You better go and sit down somewhere. She don't owe you nothing. So Willie and the crew, the couples, my favorite couples on the show, JJ, Willie, and Akeisha. They go to play pickleball, but Willie can't come because he has some work to do in New Jersey, where he lives and resides, and hate Mississippi, by the way. But go down there and get the pig ear sandwiches. I ain't saying nothing else about him eating them pig ear sandwiches. But boy, they killed me. Keisha liked my comment when I commented, and I was like, he was like, I don't even eat pork like that. I said, all those New Jersey hot dogs that you eat, are those straight out that damn cart? What you think they made out of? See, people will down the South, and because they don't know the processing of food, they don't know that half of the food they're eating is from the South. That's how come the war was being won. I'm just going to give you history. That's why originally the war was being won in the South, because the South cut the North off from all products and services. Because they would get all their free labor. So they had food processing. They cut them off from that. They cut them off from textile industry, from the cotton. Yeah. The sugar cane, the rice. So that's what they did. They cut them off from import and export. And that's another reason why the North almost had their asses handed to them. The only reason why they won is because it was meant to be. And then Ulysses S. Grant, while an alcoholic, was very, very smart. he was just the war general, and he understood war and how to, maneuver around some of the things that Robert Lee had set in place. Yeah. I'm well studied in that because I really want to know what happened. I had no idea. All I knew was North One. Everybody liked North One. But a lot of people don't know that they almost lost. So they brought her on the show to bring the drama because she whooped So Gucci's ass. What else is she gonna bring? She gonna bring this storyline about she trying to get the family back together. Selena don't get two shakes of rattlesnake's ass about getting the family together, in my opinion. She may want JJ and the girls to get together, but she don't care about So Gucci getting with them at all. She's not about unifying this family. And I'm shaking on whether she wanted to, because my thing is she was indeed the absentee parent. And when you're the absentee parent, it's like I always tell the story of the girl who had the absentee parent and the step parent raised her. And then she has the absentee parent walk her down the aisle. That's this situation, only in reverse. Nobody wants to really believe that Selena was the absentee parent. But whether she had the stroke and said, my health issues and I'm going to take care of my mother, grandmother, all those things could have been factors. If you really are technical and understand how custody cases go and parental guardianship goes, no matter what, you might want to dress it up and call it pretty that she wants to have the kids in a better school district. If they weren't in her household, then indeed, that's what it's called. You are indeed the absentee parent. Now, Glenn, like I said, Glenn had an interview with Carlos and Marceau, and then we find out that Glenn has a plan. A lot of people like, well, he don't have a plan. He does have a plan because he stated what his plan was on when he talked to Maurice. Marceau and Carlos. It was like, I invested well, and over the years, we may see Glenn as a dumb bunny, but he says he actually did indeed invest and save. He invested in Letitia. So now it's her turn to be out there in the spotlight. So he feels like, he's in the position where he can't quit. Now, it wasn't like I don't think it was like Letitia made it seem like on the show that he just said, hey, I think I'm going to quit my job. And, the way they act, those two, sometimes I believe that he had already discussed it with them. And they said, well, since you discussed this with me and you want to get off the boat, I think we should bring it to the show. And I'm going to act like I'm surprised. So Letitia goes over to the meeting with Marie as she's discussing about opening her new clinic with her staff. She dismisses them, and then Letitia sees that Essie and Marie have been crying. She's like, "What's wrong? What can I do?" And then she says that Essie's lungs not functioning at 100%. And I tell you one thing for sure. The lung have to function at 100%, or you will be on an oxygen pump. That's just what it is. If you can't get a lung transplant, which, like I said, I hope everything goes well. She has money. So that'll... Well, that's what makes the America goes around. We have a president that is definitely not for the poor, and the poor continue to vote for him. So, potato. Money talks, and that's what it is in this America capitalist system. So Gucci is training Belinda or Brenda, or I can't remember what the name is. I think it was Brenda. And she says, so how's... Now remember, the peace bond is in place. So Mississippi Beyonce and So Gucci are not supposed to be filming together. So I don't know why Carlos again with the mess. I guess he said, I'm going to show So Gucci I'm the boss. If she want to stay on this show, she'll film with her. Okay, we're going to see how that works out for you. The same way it probably about going to work out with Melody and Martell, but you know what you're doing. Like I said, if you just had to have Selena on the show, she should not be a Belle. I understand the premise of the show, and I understand that everybody's worrying about all the rest of their financial situation. Worry about your fave. Your fave is the one that ain't got like that. Okay? And then Latrice did the same thing that she allegedly, which she really didn't do for So Gucci, because So Gucci is straight. But she did the same thing for Selena to get her on this show and make her seem like that she is indeed a, in the caliber with the rest of them. To sell her. I'm like, yeah, she making above 6 figures. Doing what? A former parent on the show. And we hadn't seen her since. Like I said, the other ladies, whether you agree or not, or whether you think they're doing as well or not, I am in the state of Mississippi. And I hadn't seen Selena do anything other than be on Bring It. Those other ladies' accolades are advertised. Latrice is on the radio. So Gucci's Real to Business pops up on the radio station that I listen to out of Jackson. Leticia and her brunches. So, okay, say what you want to say. I'm here. I know. I listen. And that's just like I wouldn't dispute any of the other ladies that live in the Atlanta area, for example, because I met a guy who knew Nene. And he had just, when Nene started having those issues that were popping off on TV about Greg being a slumlord, and I think that's the reason why they divorced. And his real estate business is going down. He had already told me that was about to go down because they were putting on airs for TV. I did not argue with him like the rest of these people argue about these ladies on this show. I don't know why it's so hard to believe that they actually are doing as well as they say they are. But that's neither here nor there. So they, when she called her Mississippi Beyonce, I was like, and to me, I don't see it. I know a lot of people say she look like Beyonce. I don't see it. Nothing but the big curly wig. Now, Selena's a beautiful lady. Don't get it twisted. But I don't see Beyonce. And just to make Gucci look bad, they'll say that she's not as pretty as Selena is. But I disagree. I definitely disagree. And shit, so Gucci's badass dress. In my opinion, one of the best on TV. In my opinion. I said what I said. And so she was telling her about how the peace bond is in place, and it's really not a whole lot she could do. And it's not up to these women to foster the relationship. They don't even have to be involved. Selena does not have to be involved. Gucci does not have to be involved. They can stand in their separate corners, and like I said, JJ and the girls can meet in the middle. And all of this to me it was to come up with the way to bring Selena on the show. Now, what is she giving? Now that she's on the show, when y'all beg for her to be on the show, now what is she giving besides, I want to get my girls back with their father? She could have done that over there. She didn't have to come on the show to do. So, I know that when people, and it's sad to me also that Marie had to explain that was a work utility van. The reason why she was driving that van. I was like saying to myself last year when she was driving that van, you could clearly see that she was getting a van from work and she was picking up her clients in that van. We have them all over the city where I live. That same van with people who, with the clinics around here. Wings has a big white van that they come pick up clients in. CCS, Community Counseling Service, big white van. East Central Mississippi Community Mental Health Services, big white van. DHS, where I used to work, big white van. So the lady worked at a methadone clinic, and I couldn't understand why people couldn't put two and two together. And she said, well, I'm in I'm going to drive this utility work van down to the Meridian. And she picks up Gucci and Gucci and Leticia. And they are the only people from the cast to support her. And the invited cousin did not come. Baby, when I tell you that Marie looked so fly in all that white. And by the way, I don't understand what the problem is with her finger wave. When she was wearing that white wig, it was making me mad. That lady looks good in those finger waves to me. But what I want her to do is get up off that table and stop letting them put that scalpel on her face. And stop letting her pump that white lady stuff up in her lips. We don't need that. Okay? You want to do a little lip primer, go around there 7th Avenue, get you a little lip primer. That's all you have to do. We don't have to have all that filling and Botox and Bojox and all that. That's white lady stuff. And I said what I said, in my opinion. So we meet the brother who invested in Marie and got everything popping, Mr. Tang. Tang is tall and sexy. And I told you, Tang was in the NBA. So that's another reason why you all are stressing out about Marie's house. Don't look like a rich lady's house. The house is paid for. Tang paid for that house years ago. Think I'm about to, just because I got money, I'm about to move out of a house that's paid for? When all I have to do is pay for utilities, and all I can do is get add-ons and move in another house, just as JJ and So Gucci did. So Gucci, JJ has more than one home. And So Gucci kept her house as well. That was paid for. Y'all, come on. But anyway, we also meet fine ass daddy. Cat daddy. And they say, you got a ring on your finger, cat daddy. Cat daddy. Come on down here to Worcester County. We went too far apart in age. I'm about to turn 50 in about like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, by the way, cash up your girl for her birthday. 12 p.m. midnight. 11:20. Now, we will go down to some investment property that Leticia wanted Glenn to see. And Glenn is like, oh, okay. Well, you ain't trying to unalive me out here. No, Glenn, I want you to look around and see that I want to buy this property. We can put our house on it and everything. What you think? Well, what I think is we should wait. And he take off his booster glasses and says, because I done quit my job on Tubbo. Say, what, man? You got to be joking. And in the next episode, that really ties in, so I'm going to make a little quick reference to it. I got something off up in my breast. You done took us off your insurance. But she better go around there and get things done anyway, because she still probably has like 6 months on insurance. And besides all that, everybody on everybody's insurance, so single payer and all that good stuff and affordable care, that's about to be abolished. The orange one has already spoken. And that, my friends, is going to close this episode. Come on in, like, comment, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell button. You will be notified when I upload a video. And don't forget to share the video. Why? Because sharing is indeed caring. And again, drop down in the comments. Let me know what you like and dislike about my commentary. And as I do when I close, I'm going to check them up. Deuces.